Hi, today we're going to have a look at how to send messages to Facebook Messenger using the One API. To do this, first we're going to need to create a Facebook page, which most people already have. Here's my example page. And we're going to need to link it to your Comapi API space. So let's switch to the Comapi portal, which can be found at portal.comapi.com. And we're going to go into the API spaces configuration. So we're going to go to channels, we're going to go to Messenger. As you can see, we don't have an active Facebook Messenger channel at the moment. So let's set that up. First of all, we're going to work through this little wizard for setting this up. You need to have credentials for Facebook for an administrator of the page you want to link. So let's proceed. So that flash there was it logging into Facebook on my behalf and requesting all the pages which I'm administrator of. I didn't get prompted to log in because I'm already logged into Facebook on another tab in the browser. So you've got two options here. You should select the page you want to link, which is branch in my case, and you've got this use phone numbers. Use phone numbers is for customer matching, which is a pay-for option on Facebook, and you need to enable it on your page. If you have enabled that on your page, you can tick this to use just phone numbers to find Facebook contacts. I haven't, so I'm just going to click save. Okay, so that is the page now linked to my Comapi API space. From this point, any messaging going on to my Facebook page will also be sent to Comapi and will be traced as inbounds, and profiles will be created if we don't recognize the Facebook ID when it comes in. So to see this, let's quickly move over to branch, and I'm going to send a message. I'm going to say, "Hi, this is a test." Alright, send that. And if I switch back into Comapi, I'm going to go to Toolkit, Profiles, show you virtual users. I happen to know that I already had this user set up as joeblogs.acme.com. So if I nip into there, you can actually see all the Facebook information. And if I look in messaging history, we can see, "Hi, this is a test," which I just sent in. Importantly, if I go back to properties, is that it knows my Facebook Messenger ID, which is unique. And Comapi will automatically gather this if you use the Messages button or the Send to Messenger buttons, which you can find out more about in Comapi's docs. In the Quick Start section, just go to Channel Setup, Facebook Messenger. Here you can read about all about the different controls like Messages, Send to Messenger, and how you use those on your websites, including messenger codes, to actually get opt-ins into sending Facebook messages. Right, so we now have a profile, which is joeblogs@acme.com, which has a Facebook Messenger ID. So we can now send messages to this user using either the profile, and then Comapi will automatically look at the Messenger ID, or if we know it, the Messenger ID explicitly. So let's switch over now to calling the API. We're going to be using Postman today, which is a great tool for testing REST APIs, and it's available for free from this web address. Okay, so let's crack on with sending the message now. So here we are in Postman. We're going to switch over to a post request, and we're going to need the URL for sending single messages to the One API. So let's go back to the docs and into the reference section. One API overview. If I scroll down just a bit, we can see single message submission URLs here. Copy that and paste. It's a RESTful API, and we need to replace the API space ID with that of our API space. So I'm now going to do that. So back into the Comapi portal, platform configuration section, API space details. Just going to grab our ID, copy that, back into Postman, paste. We're also going to need to set up our security, and we do that in our HTTP headers. So we're going to need an authorization header, and we use JWTs, so we need a bearer and then the JWT. So to get the JWT, back into our platform configuration, integration, and we're going to create an access token. This is just a name for the token, so you don't forget what you created it for. My demo token, a virtual identity for the user, and I'm going to click One API access all channels plus branch, which is great for doing all message sends on Comapi. Save. Copy the message token. Make sure you retain this somewhere safe because it's the only time you see it. Go back to Postman and paste that in. So we've now got our headers sorted. So over to the body. I'm going to click raw and switch to JSON as the API is JSON based. Right, now we need an example of what a Facebook Messenger send looks like. So I'm going to go back to our docs site and I'm going to go into the channels Facebook section. So great documentation, goes through all the different options we have, including those controllers again, messages, send to messenger. But what I'm looking for is the example send. So down we go. And you can see here there's several ways of sending it, using a profile, using phone number matching, using a Facebook ID, or indeed passing multiple options. I'm going to go using a profile initially. Paste that in. So I think we had joe.blogs@me.com. There's our message and there's our channel. So we should be able to send this and receive that now. So our message is sent, and as you can see on the mobile phone, we've just received a message from Branch. So that's great. Importantly, when you look at the returned JSON from the request, your message ID is here. So if you want to retrieve its status at a later date, just use that. So let's click on the message, and we can see there my customer message via Facebook Messenger using a profile ID. So that's great. Let's try switching over and sending it using a Facebook Messenger ID if you happen to have them for your users already. So let's go back to the documentation and go using a Facebook Messenger ID. Let's grab that, paste that in. Now I'm going to need that Facebook Messenger ID, so I'm going to go back into the portal. I'm going to go back to profiles, open up Joe Blogs, and I'm going to grab that Facebook Messenger ID. Let's paste that in. Okay, so let's send again. And there you go, straight away with a message ID. Sending to Facebook really is as simple as that. Look out for our tutorials online in the docs under Get Started using Facebook Quick Start. And here you'll find code examples under all major languages for how to do the same sends I've been doing today, and also get the Facebook opt-in using the send to messenger control. Thanks.